Hello, it is Monday afternoon, it's 4:20 and it is 90 degrees outside right now on the Namaste Om Town studio at my house, back porch. So I figured, okay, it's really hot and sweaty. I'm already sweaty, I haven't done anything. So let's just do a sun salutation in honor of the sun that's hitting my mat from the west. So the west is in that direction, and there's actually a really nice breeze, but it's definitely hot out today. So, our practice invites us to embrace what is, so that's what we're going to do. Start off by sitting up on your blanket or your block. Find a comfortable seated pose. And let's just get settled onto the mat for a breath or two. Turn your palms to face upward. Slide your elbows back underneath your shoulders. Take a breath in. Feel your spine begin to stack as you hug your belly in. Bring the tips of your low shoulder blades closer together, allowing your heart to open, and let your head rest at the top of the spine. Close your eyes and settle into the rhythm of your breath. Full breath in and a full breath out. Maybe you're noticing the breezes around you. Perhaps you're set up outside, or perhaps you're imagining that sensation of a warm summer afternoon. Just allow the rhythm to wash over you. You allow the breezes to blow across. Whatever it is that brought you to the mat this afternoon or this evening or this morning, whatever time you are practicing, invite, embrace, welcome that intention you set as to what it is that does bring you to your mat. And we'll bring our hands to heart center and bow our heads to our hearts. And then slowly begin to open the eyes as you lift your chin, float your arms up and overhead. Soften your shoulders, release your left hand to the floor. Spider walk your left fingertips out to the side. Stretch through the right side of your body. Feel the space from your right hip through your right fingertips. Inhale and go the opposite way. And it's really just sort of any amount. Let the body find the heat of the air around it. We breathe and stretch from side to side. And moving like the branches in the trees are doing right now. Just a little bit. A little bit of motion, not in a rush or hurry. Come back to center. Let's come to hands and knees and find tabletop. We'll do a couple of cat-cows just to sort of wake up and lengthen the spine. Take your blanket, scoot it out of the way so that you have the whole mat. It's nice to have your blocks at the top of your mat just in case you decide you like using them. Bring your hands to your mat. Bring your knees right underneath your hips, your wrist creases under your shoulders, toes are curled under. Make your way from neutral into a cat stretch, through to a cow, and then it's this back and forth, nice and rhythmic. Like the breeze blowing through the trees on this 90-degree afternoon. come to neutral. Step your feet forward to your hands. Push into both feet. Inhale, lift and rise all the way up. Reaching your arms up towards the ceiling, rooting your feet down into the earth. And you notice your feet are about hip distance apart. Exhale, take your hands through the center of your heart and then wide up and overhead, opening up the shoulders a little bit as you just breathe through. And again, finding a rhythm in the movement, connecting the breath to the movement. Come up one more time. We'll find another side stretch. Turn your right palm up towards the ceiling. Lean to your left. Inhale, come back. Go the opposite way, leaning to the right. Inhale, come back. Switch sides. And again, it just becomes this nice little rhythmic movement, feeling and noticing what you're feeling and noticing this afternoon. Or this morning. Or this evening. Doing our sun salutation practice this afternoon. Good. All right, hands come back down. So we'll start off in a puppy dog pose. So we'll come back down on hands and knees and walk our hands out in front of us a little bit broader than the shoulders, bringing the knees right underneath the hips and come up onto the tips of your fingertips. So this is a nice stretch. If you push into your fingers back into your hips, you lift up into the inner armpits a little bit. And it becomes this nice steady full breath in and full breath out. And if you're a fan of puppy dog, remember you can always do puppy dog if you're not in the mood for downward facing dog. But if you are, place your palms flat on the floor. Your hands up to your hips are going to stay in about the same space and shape as you lift your hips up to the ceiling and then push them back to the wall behind you. Your knees can stay a little bit bent or maybe a lot bent. We're not trying to get our heels to the floor. Hug your shoulders onto your back. Hug your belly towards your spine. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Lower your knees to the floor. Bring your right foot forward to your right hand. You can use your blocks here. Let's bring the shoulders higher than the hips. And then float the arms up and overhead as you soften your shoulders away from your ears, lifting the heart, hugging the belly, breathing and noticing. Exhale, release your hands to the mat. Take your right foot back, bring your left foot forward. Inhale, rise up, low lunge. Heart's lifted, breath is steady. Take your hands to the mat. Step your left foot back to meet the right. Let's come into a low plank. We've got the shoulders right over the wrist creases. From the knees through to the top of the head, you're extending long. Keeping your elbows right next to your body. Lower your chest halfway down. And then pull the heart forward as you come all the way through, coming up into cobra. Tops of your feet are flat on the floor. As you push into the tops of the feet, lift your heart. And then bringing your forehead to the earth. Lift up, down dog. Or you can also do your, puppy dog. I knew it would come to me. All right, take a full breath in, full breath out. Lift your right leg, three-legged dog. Float on the breath as you reach your right foot forward to your right hand. Come up onto your fingertips. Remember, you can use the blocks here, or you can hug the legs in towards each other and lift and rise up. Softening the shoulders away from the ears. Breathing in and breathing out. Exhale, release your hands to the mat. Take your right foot back to meet your left. Take a breath. On the inhale, lift up, downward facing dog. Lift the left leg, three-legged dog. Float the left foot to the left hand. Come up onto your fingertips, hug the legs, use the blocks if you need them. Inhale, rise up, low lunge. Soften the shoulders. Breathe into that sense of heat. Maybe that feeling of heat. Maybe the imagination of heat. Release your hands to the floor. Take the left foot back to meet the right. We'll do another low plank here. Knees come down. Engage the core as you keep your body right, or your elbows right next to your body. We'll lower down and pull up into a cobra again. Tops of the feet flat on the floor. Let's just breathe here and notice keeping the neck nice and long. Keeping the gaze looking down the length of the nose. Bring your forehead to rest on the floor. Curl your toes under. Lift up. Downward facing dog. Lift the right leg. Push into the right heel. Hug the belly. Look to the right hand. Float the right foot up to the right hand. Coming up onto the fingertips. Turn your left heel to the earth. Rise up, warrior two. Shoulders come right over the hips. Remember to breathe. And cartwheel your hands to the tops of your mat. Turn your left heel up. Step your right foot back to meet your left. You're in a plank. Inhale, downward facing dog. Lift your left leg, three-legged dog. Push into your left heel. Float your left foot forward. Turn your right heel to the earth. Rise up, warrior two. Look out over that left hand. Breathe here. Full breath in, full breath out. Cartwheel your hands to the top of your mat. Turn your right heel up. Step your left foot back to meet the right. You're in plank pose. Inhale, downward facing dog. Pull the shoulders forward, plank pose. Now you get to decide knees, chest, chin, or maybe you're ready for chaturanga because we're moving through the heat. If you are, we'll lift to the toes. Keep your elbows right where they are. Bring the shoulders forward. Then we lower halfway down and pull forward. Come up into cobra again. Maybe you want to come up into an up dog. An up dog, it's just the tops of the feet on the floor. Dragging the shoulders back as you lift the heart forward. Lower down. Curl the toes. Plank pose. Downward facing dog. Lift the left foot. Three-legged dog. Bring the left foot forward. Turn the right heel. Rise up. Warrior two. Look out over the left hand. Reverse the warrior. Dropping the right hand, reaching from the left hip through the left fingertips. Breathing and finding space. Cartwheel your hands to the top of the mat. Turn the right heel up. Step the left foot back to meet the right. You're in plank pose. Lift the right leg, three-legged dog. Float the right foot to the right hand. Turn the left heel to the earth. Here we are, the magic of television. Back in our quick warrior two, but then we're reversing. So the right hand reaches up, and we stretch from the right hip through the right fingertips. Keep the right shoulder away from the ear. All right, cartwheel your hands to the front of the mat. Turn your left heel up. Step your right foot back. Plank pose. Inhale, downward facing dog. Pull forward into plank. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. So I'm instructing for chaturanga. Lift to your toes. Keep your elbows where they are. Bring your shoulders forward. Lower halfway down. Pull through. Cobra or up dog. Come all the way down. Back into downward or plank to downward dog. Lift your right leg, three-legged dog. Float your right foot forward to your right hand. Turn your left heel to the earth. Place your right forearm on your right thigh. Roll your left shoulder over your right. Reach the left arm up. Extended side body from the left foot through the left fingertips. Feel yourself stretch and breathe. Look to the floor. Cartwheel your hands to the mat. Take your right foot back to meet your left. Inhale, downward facing dog. Lift your left leg, three-legged dog. Float your left foot forward. to your left hand. Turn your right heel to the earth. Rise, or take the left forearm to the left leg. Float from the right foot through the right fingertips. Breathing into your extended side body pose. And we'll cartwheel our hands to the mat. Turn the right heel up. Step the left foot back to meet the right. Lift up, downward facing dog. Pull forward, plank pose. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Lower back down. Curl the toes, plank to down dog. I like to add the plank in between the down dog just because I feel like it gives you nice spacing. All right, we're gonna lift the left leg, three-legged dog. Float the left foot through. Turn the right heel. You may want to have the block to place on the outside of the left foot. Straighten into the left leg. Bring the right hand to the right hip. Roll the right shoulder over the left. Good. Float the right arm up. Not trying to touch the floor. You can lower the block to a place where it feels comfortable, or you could put your hand not really weight bearing into the left shin, but actually lifting up towards the right fingertips. Keep breathing. Triangle or Trikonasana. Cartwheel your hands back down to the floor. Turn your right heel up. Step your left foot back to meet your right. Up into downward facing dog. Lift your right leg. Float your right foot forward. Turn your left heel to the earth. Straighten into the right leg. Put that block behind the right leg. On the in-breath from your belly, roll open. Beautiful. Take another breath and reach your left arm up and overhead. Triangle pose. Look down to the floor. Cartwheel your hands to the front of the mat. Take your right foot back to meet your left. Plank to downward facing dog. Lower the knees down and wide. Big toes kiss together. Walk the hands back. Release into a child's pose. Sounds like the air conditioning is turned on in my house just in time. Okay, from child's pose, lift up, come into tabletop, walk the hands forward, walk the knees back on the in-breath, downward facing dog. Lift the right leg, three-legged dog. Look to the right hand. Bring the right foot forward, turn the left heel to the earth. Inhale, we'll rise up, warrior two. Look out over the right hand as you weight bear the shoulders over the hips. Now we'll reach the right palm up and reverse the warrior, so we're stringing them all together. Reaching from the right hip through the right fingertips, breathing into the breeze. Float the right forearm to the right knee. Extend the left arm over the left ear. Pushing into the outer edge of the left foot, reaching through the left fingertips. Reach for the block, bring it behind the right ankle, reach your left arm up towards the ceiling, straighten into the right leg. Keep that right knee a little bit micro bent. Hug from the feet up through the fingertips, engaging the strength, finding the center. And we'll cartwheel our hands back down to the mat. Take the right foot back to meet the left. Plank pose, downward facing dog. This time we'll lift the left leg, three-legged dog. And then take the left foot forward to the left hand. Turn the right heel to the earth, rise up, warrior two. Looking out over the left hand. Feeling the weight of the shoulders, the strength of the core. Just enjoying this space, not in a hurry to go from one pose to the next, but actually settling in and enjoying each one at a time. Drop the right hand, float the left hand up, reverse your warrior. Take it to a place where you feel comfortable. Extended side body pose. Float the left elbow or forearm to the knee, roll the right shoulder. Reach the right arm up and overhead. Push from the right foot through the right fingertips. All right, reach the right fingertips up. Drop the left hand down towards the floor, straighten the left leg, open up into triangle. Extending through the right fingertips from the left fingertips. So we're not really weight bearing into the left hand, we're actually lifting up from the left hand. All right, cartwheel your hands to the front of your mat. Turn your toes parallel, step your left foot back to meet the right. Inhale, down dog. Pull the shoulders forward, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Back into child's pose. Bring the big toes together. Bring your elbows right next to your ears. Maybe even bend your elbows and bring your palms together in a prayer position. As you push down into your fingertips, feel your shoulders snuggle onto your back. Release your hands. Inhale. Walk forward into that low plank, high plank, downward facing dog. Look in between your hands, walk your feet forward, Uttanasana, forward fold, push into your feet. Inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Exhale, take your hands to heart center. Whew, got a little bit warm there, didn't it? Okay, not that actually it started off warm. Got a little warmer. All right. Let's do a little balance. We'll float the right heel to the right ankle. Reach the arms up and overhead as you soften the shoulders. Go ahead and take a breath in and a breath out. Exhale the hands to heart center. Make a choice. If this feels challenging to you, this is a good place to stay. If you'd like, you can slide your right foot so that it rests in the calf. Toes point down, heels point up. Arms reach up and overhead. Good. Shoulders are soft. Reaching up, up, up through our trees. Maybe your tree is blowing in the wind. Take your hands to heart center. Make a choice again. This could be the perfect spot. Now, if you have to reach down and really pull the foot up to this next level, stay here. Don't place the foot on the knee. You can lift that right foot up and then let the right hand just sort of guide the foot so it fits right up into the groin area. Vrksasana or tree pose. As you do this, you can notice if you are over-efforting or just sort of letting the heat come to you. Exhale the hands to heart center. Release the right foot. We'll do the balance on the opposite side. Push into your right foot. Bring your left heel to the ankle. Variation 1. Reach the arms up. Soften the shoulders. Perfect place to stay if this is working for you. Exhale the hands to heart center. Maybe go to option 2 where you place the arch into the calf and grow the branches again. Melt the shoulders away. Reach through the tips of the fingers. Breathe in. Breathe out. And again, if you want to tap your foot back down to the floor and assess things, go ahead and do that. Or maybe you can lift the left knee up and then just gently guide the foot right into the groin. So the heel's in the groin. Oh, the toes point down. Not a bad idea to practice near something you can hold on to. Reach the arms up and overhead. Good. Full breath in. Full breath out. Nice. Exhale, take your hands through to heart center. Release the left foot to the floor. Come down onto your backs. Hug your knees into your chest and rock a little bit from side to side. Ponytail. All right, release your feet to the floor. Lift your hips, shift them over to the right side. Drop your knees to the left. Let your arms fall out into a gentle T. Take your gaze to the right. Breathe along the right side of your body. Inhale, come back to center and switch sides. So now you're going to take your hips to the left side of the mat, drop your knees to the right, take your gaze to the left. Gently look to your left. Feel that left shoulder anchor down as you stretch from the left shoulder through the left knee. Inhale and come back to center. Bring your knees into your chest. Rock a little bit from side to side. And if you'd like, we can settle into a Shavasana. The heels come out in front. The hands rest next to your hips. Palms facing upward. Melt your shoulders to the floor. Close your eyes. And let the breeze of the afternoon or the steady silence of the space, maybe you're indoors, as you come into a Shavasana that works for you. We had some requests from students for quick sweaty practice. Sweaty still, for quick, doesn't mean that we do something without intention. And I'd like you to make sure you settle in and allow yourself enough time to really experience a Shavasana, that reset. full breath in and then exhale it out. Notice if you're ready to come out of your Shavasana, or if perhaps you'd like to stay just a little bit longer. Shavasana, like all the other poses, is an optional length. You can hold it as long as you need it. If you'd like to begin to gently wiggle your fingers and your toes, welcome awareness back to your body. Bring your knees to your chest and roll to your side. Rest for 3 full rounds of breath on your sides. Whenever you're ready, make your way up into a seated pose. Keep your eyes closed or just gently looking down. We'll bring our hands to heart center, reminding ourselves that whatever time of day, whatever temperature you are practicing, it's just right for you in that moment, in that breath. Just try and stay present to wherever we are in our day. Bowing our heads to our hearts with love and gratitude. Namaste. Thanks.